You are looking at the audio cart that has become an integral part of the studio. In this video, I'm going to give you a tour of the cart, share with you how I use it, why I use it, and also go over all the equipment that you see here on top. My name is Cree, and on this channel, I talk about tech with context. Now, before I go over all the details of this cart, let's first talk about why on earth I would need it in the first place. So the studio that I work out of is not huge. It's about 17 by 17 feet, and I have it set up so that, I have one corner, which you're seeing right here, where I can shoot podcasts and interviews, and I can change the set here. I also have my desk space over on the other side of the room, and there's all different types of angles and areas that I can move and set up cameras and get different angles for whatever it is that I'm shooting. So what I have found is when it comes to moving gear and moving equipment around a space, even as small as this one, is I'm constantly picking things up and moving it, and I feel like I'm cleaning up after myself all the time. So in order to avoid that, I have come up with this solution, which is the audio cart. And hey, let's take a look. Starting at the bottom of the cart, the big thing to point out are the wheels. If you've been following this channel at all, you know that I put everything I can on wheels so that I can move things around very easily here in the studio. I also have a number of microphones already set up on stands. There's enough space underneath this cart so that I can have things set up and ready to go. All I have to do is grab whatever I need when I'm ready to use it. I also have just a little bucket over here. I put various cables and cords or whatever I might need here in the bottom so I can easily see and grab them. This particular cart has a single drawer. I place audio cables in this drawer that I use the most. So if there's excess cables, I have them stored elsewhere, but this is where I can easily grab the stuff that I use for projects, including colored cables and other fun items in here. And on the top of the cart, I do have audio and video equipment here, even though I call it an audio cart. In this case, I have the Rodecaster Pro 2. I'm also using the APS-C Mini Pro ISO. I have the Atomos Ninja 5. This is where I monitor any of my video recordings. And then I have a set of headphones over here. I'm always wearing headphones during a video shoot to monitor audio. I want to make sure everything sounds really good. This is actually a tool cart that I have converted into what I call the audio cart. You can pick these up at most hardware stores. I'm pretty sure I got this one at Harbor Freight, but I like this one because it's kind of small in size. It does have plenty of room underneath to have microphones set up on the stands and ready to go. It only has one drawer, which is fine for me. If you have multiple drawers, it means you just put more stuff in there. So I tried to simplify this setup as much as possible. Now, the only modification that I did make to this cart is here on the top. I do like to work off of a nice flat surface. And because this is a tool cart, the top, originally kind of sinks down a little bit. It's got these guardrails on the side, and that makes sense if you're placing tools on the top of the cart while you're wheeling it around, those tools aren't going to fly off. But in this case, I actually wanted a flat topped surface. So I purchased a slab of wood at my local hardware store. I cut it down to size here on the sides, and I just have wedged it into this area. Having this lip allows me to attach the boom arm mount, just screw it in here to the back. I can place the arm right here on top, and this is the boom arm that we're looking at right now. So if I have this boom arm and the microphone attached to this cart, then I can simply wheel this around. I have a microphone that all I have to do is direct it towards me or towards my client, whoever is highlighted in that video. I just plug it right into the Rodecaster Pro 2, and I have audio right here that's ready to go. The other way that I use this cart and really take full advantage of the equipment that you're seeing here is if I am recording a live stream or maybe an interview or a podcast. So the Rodecaster Pro 2 does accept up to 4 microphones. So I can just grab a microphone or 2 or 4 out of the bottom portion of the cart. I can place them on a table. I can also set my cameras up here around the room to capture multiple camera angles, which the APS-C Mini Pro ISO does accommodate. I will run an HDMI cable from the A10 Mini Pro ISO over here to the Atomos Ninja 5. And what I can do here is monitor the different camera angles. I have my headphones on. Everything's in one place. I can see exactly what's going on. I can switch angles if I need to. I can change up the settings on everybody's microphone when I need to. And it's all in one place, and I can place it anywhere here in the room that I want. So who's this setup for? Well, if you are like me in a studio space and you find yourself cleaning up and setting up and breaking down every time you want to shoot a video, well, this could be a solution. You can just place everything here and have it at your disposal. Who this isn't for is probably someone who is taking this equipment and they're meeting clients on site. I'm not sure how mobile this cart is. It's kind of on the heavy side. There are probably other options out there, but this is just a great way to be creative, set up all of your equipment, have it in one place, and move it whenever you might need it. So if you think this is something that you might use in your video production workflow, let me know in the comments below. And what equipment would you add to make your life easier when using a setup like this? Before you head out, be sure to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up if you like this video. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you again in next week's video.